Good afternoon, everyone. It's Andy, better known as Cancer Geek. And earlier today, I had the privilege of joining the JACR tweet chat. And one of the questions that was posed today happened to do with physician burnout. And this is a topic that's very near and dear to my heart because I think that there's a fundamental reason why physicians are experiencing burnout. And I like to sort of start this out by dating back to a 2009 Simon Sinek TED Talk that's entitled the Golden Circle. And what Simon did is he was doing some research, and what he wanted to understand is what was the difference between average organizations and companies and great organizations. And the same thing, what actually made wonderful or amazing leaders, the wonderful and amazing leaders that they are. And what's interesting about this is that Simon was able to do the research and explain it kind of as a bullseye, which you actually see right behind me. And so it starts out by thinking in terms of that every organization or company can talk about what they do. It's the products or services that they develop and sell. And then if you dig a little bit deeper, there's certain organizations or company that actually talk about how they do the work that they do. So if we take this back to the world of medicine, and maybe specifically in the world of radiology, it could happen to do with maybe the latest and greatest MR scanner, or maybe it's spectral imaging in CT, or maybe it's something like ABUS when it comes to dense breast imaging. But really what it is it's the differential value prop that makes one organization or group different than another. But the key that Simon found between what made wonderful organizations wonderful versus the ordinary organizations, or what made amazing leaders the amazing leaders that they were, such as an Oprah Winfrey or a Martin Luther King or even a Steve Jobs, is that those leaders and organizations actually lead with their why. And the why is really about the fundamental belief, reason, and purpose for that organization or that leader to exist. And so oftentimes if I ask people, well, why do you do the work that you do? I'll often get the response, well, maybe it's about the fortune or the fame. And the reality is that's a simplistic answer, and that's actually a result of why you do the work that you do. But why we do the work that we do is fundamental, especially when it comes to physicians in the world of medicine. Because many times physicians are subjected to kind of this high-level thing that everyone refers to as healthcare. But that's really about the reimbursement, it's the regulatory, it's the policy, and in the world of radiology or cardiology or oncology, it happens to be measured in something that they call RVUs, or relative value units. And it's really a world of the more that you do, the more value that you bring to those, sitting kind of at the top of the food chain that we call healthcare. But the reality is that physicians didn't go to a school called healthcare. They went to medical school. And when I ask physicians why they do the work that they do, why did they give up time with their family and friends, with their loved ones? Why did they give up time, having another job and earning money? Why did they make those sacrifices? Lo and behold, the reality is that physicians gave up that time because they wanted to truly impact the lives of people in their communities and the patients that they became or become. And so with that being said, part of the reason why there's this burnout and this epidemic going inside of medicine today is that far too many physicians are being subjected to the world of healthcare. It's the policy, it's the regulatory, it's the reimbursement, it's all of these metrics that provide value to someone that's paying the bills. The reality is that it's not allowing physicians time to be reminded of or to be given the value of why they made that sacrifice, why they've gone into medicine. and that's about measuring the impact that they have on the lives of people as patients in their communities. And so what I did today is I urged and reminded radiologists specifically, but this is important for all physicians, anesthesiologists or primary care physicians or internal medicine physicians, that they need to spend time every single day reminding themselves that they do make a difference. They're making a difference in my life, in my family's life, in my friends' lives, in the people in my community. They're making a difference at the N of 1 when they spend the time to have a transparent and open conversation to help me transition my journey inside of medicine. And when they meet me at my time and place, and they do it based on my time and expectations of what that time is, that is the true value that physicians are bringing to me. And we need to remind physicians of this on a daily basis so that we can help them fulfill their why. And we can help them sort of forget every so often about the healthcare aspect of it, and remind them that they truly are making the difference of lives of people as patients. They're delivering care at the N of 1, and by doing so, hopefully we can actually kind of swing the pendulum on this thing called burnout, and we can diminish it or at least mitigate it as best as possible. So to all my friends out there in the world of healthcare and medicine, remember, it's less about healthcare, it's more about medicine, and most importantly, it's about reminding ourselves that care delivery happens at the N of 1. Have a good day.